let's talk about photographs. Anything that engraves white, you can run out of Corel Draw and create a very detailed photo with this software. Okay, so again, the same basic steps. We're going to focus our material. We're going to put Corel in a 24 by 24 page size. We're going to snapshot whatever's in the dashboard, send it over to Corel, and then we design around it. So I'm going to snapshot, copy background image, open Corel, paste that in. We're going to lock that picture down because we have another picture that we're putting on top of this. So same thing as our logo, file, import. File, import, find our picture, press import one more time, click and drag to your desired size. Very, very important. Once you determine the size of a photograph, before the manipulation happens, you cannot change the size again. Once you manipulate this photo, you have to keep the same size for your pixels. So when we go to manipulate this, the first thing I'm going to do is turn this into a grayscale. So you go to bitmaps, convert to bitmap, we're going to turn our resolution to 600, and we're going to have our color mode at grayscale. After this happens, you cannot resize your photograph again. Press OK. It puts it through the grayscale. Now I need to add depth to this picture because we're lasering. So we want all that depth to come out. Effects, sharpen, unsharp mask. I'm going to turn my preview on, and the first thing I want to zoom up to is the eyes. You want to look at the eyes, then the hair of the person or animal that you're trying to engrave, or if they don't have eyes in the picture, look for a pattern in clothing or anything that they could be wearing. So we're going to zoom into the eyes. My percentage is going to be a range. That percentage is going to range between 221 and 241. The higher the resolution photo, the lower on that percentage that you need. So in this case, this is a good high resolution photo. I'm going to put that at 221. The next thing I'm going to do is my radius. Again, there is a percentage. That percentage is going to be between 10 and 15. The higher the resolution, the lower on that percentage. A tiger looks best at around 12, where we can get all of those stripes and hair to really pop out. So once I type that in, I will then click on my threshold, and my threshold stays at 0. So we have a before and we have an after. Can I tell that the eyes pop out more on the after? Yes. So I zoom out and zoom into the hair or whiskers of this photo. Does it look like I can feel the hair and the whiskers? Yes. So then I go back to the foreground and the background. Is there clear definition between the body, the hair, and the background? If you check mark all three, like even on this tree that's in the foreground, you can really see the bark coming out. There's a clear definition between the foreground and the background. Check mark all three, you press OK. Now I have my picture. The next thing, does your material engrave white or does it engrave black? If it engraves white, we have to invert it. If it engraves black, we keep it a grayscale. My material in this case is going to engrave white, so I go to Effects, Transform, Invert. That turns my picture into a negative. Because if it engraves white and we put a grayscale on it, it's going to engrave into a negative. So we have to flip-flop that before we actually engrave it. So now we're going to go to Print, hit Selection, make sure we're only sending the picture.
And then go over to your PostScript tab and uncheck Convert True Type to Type 1. Then go down and select Apply.
Print, So that comes over. Now we do our setup process. So for photographs, you don't really want to use the starting points from Epilog. We want to manipulate this ourselves. So in this case, anodized aluminum, acrylic, laserable plastic that engraves white requires a small resolution for this machine in order for it to come out good. So we're going to put this resolution at 300. Okay, my speed for acrylic, anodized aluminum, or laserable plastic requires a high speed with a low power in order not to wash out the photo. So I'm going to put this at 90. My power, again, acrylic, anodized aluminum, laserable plastic, requires a lower power. So for your acrylic or anodized, you're going to run 35 power. If this was laserable plastic, it would be 45. My dither pattern will be Jarvis. I'll go to print, and then we're ready to run the picture.
He did. Okay, let me give you a history. Okay, so there's this mom, the mom's trying to pull this out. She's dragging out albums that she did. And so she goes, that is amazing. That is exactly what I've been wanting to do, but I didn't know like if it would come out good, and I was afraid to try it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more Maker Monday videos, check out this playlist. You can also learn more about the JCPL CreativeSpace at www.jesspublib.org/creativespace.